Hi guys, it's good to see you again. Coming to you from what should be about your 6th week of learning at home. Today at Harold McCormick between 9 to 11 and then 1 to 3, you can come and pick up your new packets. That'll take you through the month of May. I think they stop on May 22nd, which is very close to what the end of school was supposed to be. So I hope you're able to come up to the school and get your new packet and turn in the packet that you finished. I know this is different, and I know it's kind of hard doing your work from home. Some of you may love it, some of you may hate it, but I hope that you're keeping up with your work, and hopefully it's going to have you prepared for the 5th grade. So don't give up now, don't stop now, keep working hard towards the end of the school year, and we can get through this. So today I wanted to talk to you about something fun you can do when you're finished with your work. We're going to talk about cooking today and doing some things in the kitchen. Maybe some of you already cook with your parents. I hope you do. If you don't, maybe this will inspire you to get into the kitchen and do a little bit of cooking with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or aunt, whoever you can get in there with and cook. So I'm going to talk to you about why cooking can be helpful for school. And you may think, well, what good is cooking at school? I'm going to read and do math and learn social studies and science. Well, all of that can be incorporated into cooking also. So first we can think about kitchen safety. So things like being very, very careful with sharp knives and scissors and things that you might have to use to cut with in the kitchen. Food safety. You know, when you handle certain things, you have to wash your hands afterwards. You should wash your hands several times when you're cooking. Always have a good soap, and you've got your sink with warm water there, so always wash your hands. Safety with different supplies. And learning how to work with hot items, things that you might be cooking on a stovetop or microwave. So all of those are really good things to learn. How can it help you in reading? Well, I've got some recipe cards here that we're going to be looking at today. So I've written recipes on here, and you have to read them. And you have to learn some vocabulary for cooking. There are words like whipping, folding, ingredients, different things, different spices and things that you might not know. So those are good vocabulary words that you can learn too to get in your writing and your reading with cooking. And cooking can really help you with math. And when you look at using measuring cups and even measuring spoons, they're all in fractions. So you might have like a half of a tablespoon or a half of a teaspoon or 1/3 of a cup or a half of a cup. So all those are fractions. And then sometimes, what if you're cooking for a big group and you've got to double your recipe? Or maybe you're cooking for a small group, so you've got to half your recipe. So all that would have to do with math. So math is a really good skill to use with cooking. You may think, well, what could social studies be? Well, in social studies, you're studying cultures and people's way of life. So think about foods from different countries and different cultures. Like maybe you love Japanese food or Mexican food and you want to cook that at home. And you can learn a little bit about those cultures while you're doing that. You can learn how food is grown. Maybe you can start a little garden. That's something we're going to talk about next week, is planting and growing your own food. Farming techniques and even geography, where foods come from. And even farmers, you know, the jobs that farmers do. Maybe you're interested in doing something like that one day. So you could learn a little bit about that. So today we're going to learn 3 recipes. I'm going to talk to you about 3 recipes that are easy for you to make. And since I'm the ELA teacher, they're all going to have something to do with a book. And one of these books is particularly my favorite, and I've saved it for the last of the video, so I think you'll really like it. But we're going to start first with a book that's called Pizza Pizza. And it's kind of a play on words. It's Pete, a boy named Pete, and the title of the book is Pete's a Pizza. And this is by William Steig. So this book is about a boy who is really bored on a rainy day. He can't play with his friends outside, and he's just kind of bummed out because he has to stay in. And his parents try to entertain him with some cooking and some fun play on words. So I'm going to talk to you about a fun recipe that's very simple to make. Maybe you've made it before. Pizza toast. And you might be saying, well, pizza toast? That's crazy. So with pizza toast, the ingredients that you're going to need are 4 pieces of bread, just some pizza sauce like you would use on a pizza, mozzarella cheese, and pepperoni. So you lay out your 4 pieces of bread, and you're just going to use a spoon and spread on some pizza sauce. Probably just about 3 tablespoons. Spread it around the bread. Okay, once you have your sauce spread out, then you can add your pepperoni. Probably about 5 per piece of toast. Just add those on there. You could really add anything to this that you like, whatever pizza toppings. Then once you have your pepperonis on there, and these are just, you can get any kind of pepperonis from the store. Then you're just going to use a little handful of mozzarella cheese. Spread that out. And then if you like vegetables or something, you could put some green pepper on there, some mushrooms. Okay, then you're going to turn your oven on. Set it for 350 and let that, you could have done this beforehand and let that preheat to 350. When you're ready to put in your pizza toast, you can set your timer. And I usually set this just for about 5 minutes and check it. When your cheese is melted and your toast looks crispy, then it's time to get out. 5 to 7 minutes is about all that takes. Okay, when your toast is ready, just make sure you use a pot holder or a towel or something to get out the hot pan from your oven. So you'll reach in and grab that with your pot holder and pull that out. But just make sure you're safe and using a pot holder with that. Okay, the next book I want to talk to you about that has a good recipe in it is Mama Panya's Pancakes, a village tale from Kenya, and it's by Mary and Rich Chamberlain. This is a good example of being able to talk about geography with a book, because this book is about the country of Kenya. So it's going to have different culture, different language, different things about it. So you can find Kenya on a map, do some research about Kenya, and read this book, and then maybe make some of these pancakes. Now these pancakes are a little bit different than pancakes you might think about eating for breakfast every day. I like my Hungry Jack pancakes that, we make here and put syrup and butter on. This is a little bit different. So it's a very interesting recipe. It's more like a crepe. It's very, very thin, and it's not sweet. It has some crushed pepper in it, and it's more like they would take meat and put inside of it and roll it up almost like you would eat a burrito. So this is a great story about a little boy who goes to the market with his mom to buy the ingredients for the pancakes. So hopefully you can make some of these pancakes, and if you can't, you can always be like me and just use, your instant or, pancake mix at home that you just have to add water to. I like that a lot too. So pancakes are always a great thing to make. Okay, next, of course, is my favorite part of any meal, dessert. Okay, and this is a beautiful dessert that comes from a story that I love called Thunder Cake. It's by an author named Patricia Polacco, and she's written a lot of different books that you've probably seen in the library before. This book is about a little girl who is staying with her grandmother for the summer, and her grandmother is from a different country. She calls her Babushka. And the little girl is afraid of a storm that's coming. The skies are starting to turn dark, and she's hearing thunder far off, and she's afraid. So in order to take her mind off the storm, the grandmother gets her interested in finding the ingredients to bake this cake. And grandmother calls it a thunder cake. And supposedly by the time you find all the ingredients and make the cake, and you're in the house ready to eat the cake, is when the storm actually comes, and you are able to enjoy your cake inside the safe house. So a thunder cake is a chocolate cake with chocolate icing and strawberries. So I made this cake beforehand, but I took some pictures as I was making it of the steps. So once I had my batter all mixed up, I poured those into 2 pans and put those into the oven to bake for just about 30 minutes. Then they came out and they had to cool. And then I iced it with chocolate buttercream icing, and then just put some strawberries on the top for garnish. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my extra strawberries and cut those up. And whenever we get ready to eat this cake for dessert tonight, we're going to, spoon some more strawberries on the top. So Thunder Cake is delicious. If you like a chocolate cake with chocolate icing and strawberries, this is definitely the book for you. Now, all 3 of these books, Pizza, Mama Panya's Pancakes, and Thunder Cake, can all be found online to read free, or you can have them read to you by the authors online. So if you just check that out, you can go on read those books or have them read to you, and then make some of these recipes. Maybe you don't make these recipes and you get interested in some other types of food that you make at home. If you make any food at home, I'd love for you to take a picture of it and send it to me. I haven't gotten a lot of emails this week from you guys, and I would love to get some emails. So I'll put up all 3 of these recipes so you can try them at home. Also, don't forget that I've put up 2 cursive handwriting videos. I've not put those on the Harold McCormick Facebook page. My son Jared started me a YouTube channel. And of course, I didn't know how to do that. He had to show me all that, and he's done it all for me. But I wanted to teach you all some cursive handwriting because I usually do that during the last month of school. So the first 2 videos are already on there, and we're going to finish 3 more videos, so you'll have one for each day this week. And I put some handwriting papers on the back of your packet that you're going to be picking up today, hopefully, so you can use that handwriting paper, or you can just use plain notebook paper. So go on and check out my YouTube channel and try to do some cursive handwriting. That will really be helpful for you when you start the 5th grade. I want you to know that I miss you. As every week goes by, I miss you more. And getting close to the end of the school year really makes me sad because we do so many fun things. But I know that you're home, and I know that you're safe, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.